Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for this channel. We're thankful for you waking us up this morning. We're thankful for all of the actions that you have done on our behalf. And we thank you for just being with us. Thanks, guys, for joining us today. Today is a good day. The sun is shining. Everything is starting anew. That's what every day should bring. A new opportunity, a new option to do the right thing, right? There's a guy who grew up hanging out with a group of friends, and he thought those friends would be there for him forever. But were they really friends? They were people who surrounded him, who were always laughing at him, thinking he's a clown, looking at his actions and wondering when he's going to wake up. They constantly gave him bad advice, but when they turned around and they decided to get involved with real relationships and be a part of real families, he stood alone. He stood alone because of the envy that surrounded him. Sometimes God will show you who your friends are. Sometimes God will guide you, but sometimes you don't hear him. Sometimes you don't see the perspective. Why is that? Because perhaps you're not ready yet. You know, women and men are very different, but somewhat the same in other ways. Because women, sometimes they will use their intuition a lot more than men will. Because women, we're emotional people. And we will see certain things and we'll observe. Whereas some men, this is all circumstantial, depending on the individual. But in most cases, when you are looking to enjoy life, you're doing more observing, okay? Growing up, a lot of time I spent alone because I realized that my ways of seeing things were very different from others. And sometimes I found myself being teased or, people saying that my difference of opinion didn't matter. Or they made me feel like it didn't matter. And this was good because honestly, this teaches you to learn even more so because now you're learning through your own circumstances. You're observing through your own eyes. When you have other people, like even when you go on vacation, if you go on, I used to go on vacation with the same group of friends all the time. And I noticed that when I stopped going on vacation with them and I started going, alone, I got to see more, and I got to observe more, and I got to interact more with strangers, and that works for me. Sometimes things will work for you when you just open up and you just ask for guidance, When you go to sleep, before you go to sleep at night, if you really want the answers to something, you pray that night and you ask God, could you please open up this door for me? Could you please hear me out and understand what I'm trying to say? I need answers. Is this person for me? Is this person not for me? And God will guide you and direct you. You don't have to go to any seers or you don't have to go to any palmist or person who's going to read cards for you. You don't need to go to any of these people because the answers are internal. We all have a special relationship with God, but sometimes we don't see that because we just want the answers right now. This is the instant age where we want the answers to everything instantaneously. But in all honesty, you can get those answers. But will you be receptive to listening? When we go out in nature, we are listening. We're listening to nature speak to us. God speaks through nature too, But if you're constantly around the same group of people, constantly waiting for someone to give you answers, those people can only give you their perspective. And sometimes, even if you go to a reader and they give you the answers, sometimes it's almost like you didn't go to God first. You didn't ask him, so you're looking for them to give you all the answers that you didn't even reach to God to get the answers from. You have a personal relationship with God. A lot of people walk around and they say, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get that done. But it's through God that you're allowed to get those things done. So it doesn't hurt to pray about it and say, God, could you help me get through these things? Because, just like a friend, sometimes he's just waiting to hear from you. It's important that we look at life and we start really looking at our personal relationships. I have a separation from family members because they decided that they were going to work against me. And that's no problem. Everyone has to learn their own way, but there's a balancing that you have to do. If you want something good to happen, you have to do something good. You want something bad to happen, of course it's going to come back. That's just the law of in spirituality, this is the law of command. You can't sit up here and hurt others and not expect the hurt to come back. A group of people got together and they said, you know what, this person doesn't deserve this, so we're going to take it. And they took it. But now the barrel's about to turn around, just like that ball of yarn you throw to the cat plays with it. When the cat's finished playing with it, you ball the yarn back up and you put it away, right? Well, in life, it's the same way. There's a balancing. And right now, the things that you've done to others is going to be coming back, it's going to be circulating back into your life. So if you circulated good things, you help someone out, then you will be now helped out yourself. These same examples I give regularly. And the reason why sometimes you have to recycle things is because people don't always hear you. You go to the store, you buy something. It doesn't fit. You take it back to the store. Or you give it to someone else who can use it. That's how we balance things out. Summer's coming, and a lot of us are not in the perfect shape. I was looking at myself the other day, I said, I need to start working out again. When you look at yourself, it's like Michael Jackson said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. That song was saying something. It's saying you're looking at yourself and you're holding yourself accountable for the very things that you hold other people accountable for. We can point our fingers to everyone else, but we need to also take accountability, look at ourselves and say, how is it that I would like to carry things out? If I didn't do it the right way the first time, okay. Maybe I need to go about it differently today. You learn something new every day. I'm telling you, I was taking a lift. I want to say, was it last week? Maybe last week. And I was out of town, so I took this lift. And I was in an electric car, and I really enjoyed my experience in this electric car. And I said, man, I don't know, whoever's marketing this vehicle, I don't know if they're marketing it correctly, because the certain things that I picked up, those are sellable options. Those are things that would make another person want to buy the electric car. When we're marketing anything, even if you're marketing yourself, sometimes you see certain things and you think you're doing it the best way possible. But someone else on the outside will say, oh no, this person can do this, that, and that, and it'll double, triple, quadruple your views. This is the reason why communication is so good. We're communicating with other people giving us good ideas. That will help us in the end. And that's why we need each other, okay? So, that's been my word today. Thank you for joining us. And happily, this will be a good day for you. Thank you for joining us, because this is Indigo Moon signing off, okay? It is so good to know that we are all here growing.